Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. If you're a Chelsea fan right now, I can imagine you're loving life. I can imagine because I'm living it and I'm loving it. Overall, this is great. The optimism has shot through the roof after such a disastrous season. I think we deserve this. However, I have heard some fans saying, "Oh, you Chelsea fans, be careful what you wish for because you never know. You fought this after you made those signings and spent 600 million. Now look at you now, ha ha ha." I think now there's a little bit more structure and there's a little bit more thinking behind the madness. Yeah, there's a method behind the madness this time. Before there wasn't, I'll be honest. But now it seems like things are being thought of very, very sincerely and very, very logically. So We're feeling good about things. Now, before we get into the latest today, because it's so funny, yesterday I uploaded the video, the second video of the day, and then lo and behold, 5 minutes later, we get Ugarte news, and I'm like, you know what I was gonna say. I'm not gonna get demonetized for the fact that news broke about Ugarte later than I would have liked. But before we get into the latest, and I will discuss all of that, two things. Firstly, later on, I will be on Man Knows Football. So, a live stream on Man Knows Football. He is making his return after a little bit of time out. He's been very, 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 very busy away from just making the content. But he's back and we've got all sorts of inside scoops with him and Darko in relation to the transfer window and the latest Chelsea transfer news. So, make sure you are there later on. I think it's going to be around 9 PM UK time. So, keep your eyes peeled on Man Knows Football for that one. And secondly, don't forget, check out my second channel, link in the description, content coming there imminently. So let's get cracking. Let's start off with the elephant in the room, right? The big one that I couldn't talk about yesterday because it came out after I'd uploaded, and I wasn't going to make another video immediately after making one. I was just going to wait until today to see what was going to happen. But let's get cracking, starting off with the latest from Fabrizio Romano in regards to Manuel Ugarte. Hit it away. Chelsea are still actively working on Manuel Ugarte in Portugal, and the agreement between Sporting and Chelsea on the agreement is imminent. Chelsea are still being careful to complete the deal with the player and Jorge Mendes. PSG are still there. That came from Fabrizio Romano today, and it follows the news yesterday from Record Portugal. I say Record Portugal because that's how Portuguese people say Portugal, not Portugal. We obliterate every single other language that there is, the English. We destroy every other language because we think we're superior. Record Portugal did come out yesterday and said that the deal is done. He has chosen Chelsea. It's over. And we've not got actual confirmation of that from Fabrizio Romano or David Ornstein or someone that's got the facilities to put the dagger in. We've not got that, but we've got Fabrizio Romano saying that a deal is imminent, which I think is safe to say confirms that Record Portugal's claim of him choosing Chelsea is actually correct. He has chosen Chelsea. Chelsea upped the salary to 3.5 million euros a year, plus bonuses, of course. And I think he has gone, yep, no worries. That's not as good as PSG, but I want to play for Chelsea. I want to play in the Premier League, and that's good enough for me. So it's a deal that's done, and I think he's coming to Chelsea, and I think it's going to happen now without question. I am very optimistic. We will be seeing Ugarte like this, with the Chelsea shirt. And then, other clubs will have to, whack their heads against the walls in complete agony that they couldn't get a player like Ugarte despite us finishing 12th. And the same goes for Caicedo, because we ain't stopping at Ugarte. Caicedo, mate, you're next, yeah? Pack your bags, get yourself ready, because we will be knocking on your door very imminently. So make sure you're ready. Make sure you're ready to get into the vehicle and head to the airport, or you might not need the airport. Let's face it, it's Brighton. You can just get straight up the M23 into London and then head over to Chelsea, so it's fine. So that's the latest with Ugarte. He will be a Chelsea player. I will say it now. He will be a Chelsea player. So if anyone else is trying to get involved now, you're too late. You're too late. And PSG, I don't think, are ready to pay in the same structure or the same money that Chelsea are willing to pay Sporting Lisbon here. So, happy days. Happy days. Now, second story. Let's move swiftly on. We've got loads to cover. Mason Mount. His latest from The Telegraph. Manchester United are to make an offer of £50 million to sign Mason Mount this month. This follows up from the Formula One earlier on today. At the Spanish Grand Prix, where all the football stars were there. I don't know what happened, but I don't know if FIFA sent a flipping invite out to every single footballer on the planet. But Mason Mount was there, Chilwell was there, Reece James was there, Neymar was there, Mbappe was there. There were some other geezers there. I forgot what player it was. He spoke about Arsenal. There were tons of footballers decided to show up at this Grand Prix. I'm guessing it's because it's the holiday, it's the end of season, so they all feel like it's the only opportunity for them to attend an F1 race, if they're ever going to, in the next... this season, in this F1 season, so I think it's only fair. Mason Mount was there, and Martin Brundle, right, as only he can, on the grid and going about and trying to find interviews and whatnot. He's the best at it. He's done it for decades. I feel like that the grid walk is always something that's just fascinating. I've admired it since I was a kid. But he goes up to Ben Chilwell, he talks with him, then Ben Chilwell's like, he talks to, pointing at Mason Mount, goes over to Mason, and he's like, Ben just told me you're going to Manchester United. And he's like, no, well, we don't know yet. But, it's all about the F1, it's all about the race. I'm looking forward to a good race. Obviously, he's media trained. But didn't exactly sweep it away or say or deny it. So I think it's pretty clear. Manchester United bidding 50 million. Let me just put this out there. It will get rejected. It will get rejected, and I feel like this is logical. I'm not insulted by this offer. It's the first offer, it's the first bid. It's always going to get rejected. Always. 50 million is below what Chelsea are asking, but it puts us in at least a bracket of what Man United are expecting and what we're looking to get. Now, I feel like it's now down to the clubs to come to a sort of a compromise. And I feel like Chelsea will be able to achieve that. I feel like Manchester United will end up paying around 60 to 65 million plus add-ons. That is how I feel like it's going to go. And you know what? I would accept that. I feel like that's a fair deal. I feel like it's not the 70 or the 80 that people were expecting. But when you total everything up, it could be. Not in one go, but if you add the add-ons, then, of course, the base fee, I'm guessing around 60 to 65. And I feel like Manchester United will be happy to do that. I feel like Chelsea will accept that. It's a win-win for everybody. And Mason Mount gets on his way. So I feel like that's going to be the end of Mason Mount at Chelsea Football Club. It's all coming down to an end now, I feel. And it's just down to the clubs to come to that compromise, which I feel like will be done fairly swiftly. So let's wait and see what happens there. Let me know your thoughts in relation to the fee. If you're a Manchester United fan, let me know. Do you like it? If you're a Chelsea fan, let me know down below. Are you cool with that? Let me know. Personally, I'm cool with it. I feel like that's fair enough. Let's move on to the other geezer. We already knew Mason Mount was going, but I have to say, I did not expect this so quickly and by Real Madrid. Kai Havertz. Here's the latest. Florian Plettenberg says, I've been told Kai Havertz's price is 43 to 51 million pounds plus bonus payments. We move swiftly into the next piece of information. Real Madrid are interested in Kai Havertz. There has been contact, but nothing is advanced at this stage. Chelsea are very open to letting him leave this summer. His valuation is 50 to 60 million euros plus add-ons. Now that coincides with the conversion to pounds. That is correct. 43 to 51. And plus whatever add-on or bonus, I'm guessing. I mean, look, yeah, we paid, if I'm not mistaken, 75 million, I think, or something like that, if you add everything together. Or was it close to 80? I don't feel like we're going to get that back. Let's be real. He hasn't played to a level where we should be getting exactly what we paid for completely back. But if we come close to it, I'm happy. We come close to that, I feel like it's a fair deal. Now, this, again, opening maybe offer or whatnot, or if that's Chelsea's valuation, and I think they should honestly up it a little bit, because I feel like we can get more. Real Madrid are in a situation where they actually want the player. So, try and get as much as you can from Real Madrid. It's Real Madrid. They're not exactly Poundland FC, are they? They do have money. So I feel like we should, let's be logical here, despite talking in euros, I want to talk in pounds. I feel like if Mason Mount is going for, let's say 60 plus add-ons, right? Kai Havertz should be getting the same. If I'm being honest, yes. I feel like more people are comfortable having Kai Havertz in their team than they are Mason Mount. But Anyway, that's a question for the comments. Let me know down below if you agree or disagree with that claim. But I feel like that should be fair. And we'll end up seeing what's happening. Now, here's from Bild in Germany. Here's the latest from them. Kai Havertz to Real Madrid is imminent. It is set to be completed very quickly. That's really interesting. Now, Fabrizio Romano says, Real Madrid want Kai Havertz. He's a top target for Carlo Ancelotti, but there's still no direct contact between the clubs. Chelsea are open to selling Havertz, but they want important money. Talks are expected to take place soon. Now, we've had Florian Plettenberg that said that there has been contact, but he didn't express exactly who. It could be Real Madrid to Kai Havertz, not Real Madrid to Chelsea. So that would confirm, because Fabrizio Romano has said there's been no contact between the clubs. You always tend to see the contact with the player first, nowadays anyway, unlike before. Before it used to be the club and then the player with the personal terms. Now it's switched because I'm guessing communication is easier than it used to be. Before all you had was a landline, or a fax machine. Nowadays you got all sorts. So yeah, I'm guessing maybe Real Madrid have gone into his DMs or something. But I feel like this is going to happen as well. I feel like Kai Havertz is leaving the club. And I have to say, I didn't expect this. Overall, I thought that there could be a chance he would leave, but not like this, not this quickly, and not to Real Madrid. So overall, look, I'm happy. I feel like, as I've already explained, I feel like he would suit Real Madrid and La Liga better. I feel like the Premier League is too fast for him. I feel like he's hit a level, he's stagnated. I don't feel like he'll get any better. So overall, I feel like it's a win for everybody that's involved if Kai Havertz does go to Real Madrid. So let me know your thoughts in relation to Kai Havertz and the fact that we could be seeing this complete transformation at Chelsea. I still can't believe it. We could be getting Ugarte, Caicedo, we got Enzo. Let's see if there's going to be anyone else. We let go of Mason Mount. We let go of Kai Havertz. We're letting go of Loftus-Cheek. We're probably letting go of Hudson-Odoi and Gallagher and all these guys, that we're going to be able to get money for. And we're not going to stop there because we do need a goalkeeper. There's been links with Onana and Mendy could be heading out the door as well. So that could be an initial swap. And we need a striker. Who is that striker going to be? But I feel like we will have the money to be able to go after a striker with all these players leaving the club. So it does seem like we could be starting the season with Pochettino and a very, very nice looking, trimmed down, beautiful squad. So I'm very, very optimistic. Anyway, let's get into the latest with N'Golo Kante. We thought he was signing a new deal. Well, Rudy Galletti has other things to say. So here it is. Al Ittihad. After the signing of Benzema, the representatives of the club will fly to London to meet N'Golo Kante's entourage. The talks with the Chelsea midfielder started days ago and are well underway. The aim is to reach an agreement ASAP. Now, we've already heard about the news of Karim Benzema. I will be talking about that next. It's confirmed. He is leaving Real Madrid. I'll get to that shortly. But N'Golo Kante has been approached by Al Ittihad, it seems. And that's the same club Benzema's going to. I have to be honest. I do feel like Kante will happily stay at Chelsea. Right? But I feel like this has his head turned. And for personal reasons. I can understand why another player, right, would probably turn it down and stay at Chelsea. But for Kante, I can understand why all the factors that are on the table and at play go in his favour for him to go to Saudi Arabia. Why? Kante isn't a person that's all about the money. He's not. He's very minimalistic. He's very wise and humble. He drives a Mini. He's not about money. Teammates have come out and said he's not the sort of guy to go and splash on clothes or watches or, high-end restaurants, or very humble, practices his religion, keeps it calm, isn't about the cash, close-knit with his family, that's all that matters, his close friends, that's all that matters, his football, and that's it, right? And when you consider the circumstances, the way of living that he's going to be getting if he were to move to Saudi Arabia, considering his professional circumstances right now, He has injuries. Can he still compete at the highest level in the Premier League like he once used to? That's doubtful. If he does sign a contract, it's not going to be for very long. This opportunity could not come again, maybe. Maybe Saudi Arabia or Al Ittihad or whoever, maybe they don't come for him in future. If he's gone past a certain age, maybe they'll just be like, no, we don't want Kante, we'll move on to someone else, right? It's a possibility. He has the opportunity to go to Saudi Arabia, where it would fit with his way of living much more, in terms of his deen, his religion, in order to have that sort of environment where it's not all about materialism, it's not all about flashy goods and doing all that madness. It's just about living the simple life. Gets to play his football, gets paid very well. That will go to his family, and his family will be sorted for generations. His friends, his close entourage, and he'll get to play with Karim Benzema. I feel like his head is turned just for the lifestyle that suits N'Golo Kante. He'll find in Saudi Arabia, and for more money and for better way of living, according to N'Golo Kante and his preferences, with the guarantee that he will be playing at a lower level where his injuries probably won't get triggered. It just alleviates any sort of problem that might arise. Imagine if he says no, stays at Chelsea, gets injured again. I feel like that is going to play a part, and right now I feel like his head will be turned, and I don't feel like he's going to stay at Chelsea because of this. So that's my initial thought. That's just me. That's how I see the situation. And I wouldn't be surprised, and if he were to go, I would honestly wish him the best, and we would be saying goodbye to an absolute legend. So N'Golo Kante, latest, could be going to Al Ittihad to play with Karim Benzema. We have to watch Saudi football next season. Can I just say that? The eyes on Saudi football need to arrive. Ronaldo, Messi, Benzema and Kante. And there's more. Sergio Ramos could be going to Saudi as well. I mean, it's going to be stacked. It's going to be stacked with big personalities and big names. So you know what? I feel like we need to watch the Saudi League next season because, it's going to get very interesting. Now, Benzema. Here's the latest. Comunicado oficial. Benzema. And the Comunicado Oficial goes on to confirm that Real Madrid and Benzema have come to an agreement, which is to say goodbye to Karim Benzema. He will officially be leaving the football club. There's a massive article on the Real Madrid website of all of his achievements and a big thank you. And this is a legend leaving Real Madrid. Let's face it. I think he's won more trophies than Ronaldo has. He's one of the biggest names that has ever played for Real Madrid. He is a Ballon d'Or winner now. The guy's done it all. At Real Madrid, he has done it all. So, look, I feel like this is huge, and it's an end of an era, and Real Madrid need to move on. They have to find the next guy. That's absolutely crucial. But if you want a player to achieve someone like what Benzema's done, achieve everything and go the distance and stay at a club that long and remain at the highest level from start to finish and accomplish everything, you'd do it like Benzema. You really would. That is the perfect example of longevity, accomplishment, achievement, and just absolute brilliance overall. So it's the right time to call it a day for Benzema and for Real Madrid. Same instances here for Benzema, like I've already illustrated with Kante. Benzema, who is Muslim, who is about that lifestyle as well, who is an individual that doesn't go out partying and he's not on a madness. He is, especially at his age now, more living the calm sort of life. Him going to Saudi, it'll fit like a glove, just like I said that Kante would. So I'm not surprised that this is happening, and he is going to be getting more money anyway. So Benzema heading off to Al Ittihad. That will be done imminently, but he is leaving Real Madrid, and that is official. So there we are. Let me know your thoughts on that, as he is confirmed to be leaving Real Madrid. Let's talk about Spurs. I don't really do that here. Well, I've done it a few times, I'm not going to lie. But big news for them. Can't ignore. Here it is. New round of talks scheduled in the next 24 to 48 hours between Tottenham and CAA agency in order to complete the agreement for Ange Postecoglou. Contract almost agreed, waiting on the final details to be sorted, then it will be sealed. I have to be honest, right? Chelsea were linked with this guy, and I laughed. At first I was like, are we serious? Like, come on, right? But for Tottenham, this is their level. And I feel like there isn't much any alternative out there, right now. They've gone for every other name and they've all said no. So I feel like they're backed into a corner. And in terms of their level and where Tottenham are and the lack of expectation, this could be a good appointment. It really could. You know, people don't expect Tottenham to win trophies, but they want to see bright football. They want to see positive football. That is what they seem to be obsessed about. They don't really care about winning trophies, it seems. They want to just be, entertained. Hence why their stadium is now an entertainment venue with concerts and go-karting and all of that. Not surprised. Ange Postecoglou, who has done well in Scotland, let's be honest, he's done well everywhere he's gone, hasn't had the opportunity at the highest level. Now, as a Chelsea fan, I'm not prepared to take someone on board who's inexperienced at the highest level and just hope, right? No. We ain't got time to waste. Tottenham do have time to waste. For them, it's not a problem. So I feel like this could actually work out really well. Weirdly enough, for Tottenham, this could be the perfect appointment for them. And Postecoglou, with the right amount of time, could actually end up successful. Now, what does successful mean for Tottenham? Maybe reaching a final, being in contention for Champions League football, trying to claw on to a title race in some sort of a capacity. Postecoglou has absolutely smashed it in Scotland. Not just done well, he's killed it. He's won a domestic treble, right? Piece of cake. So he is, it seems like, a very decent manager. He's done it in Australia, he's done it in Japan. He seems like he knows what he's doing. But he needs the chance to perform at the highest level. Tottenham are the perfect club to give him the chance without expectation, So I have to say, even as a Chelsea fan, this isn't me mocking. This could be a really good appointment for Tottenham and it could be a really good job for Postecoglou. And if he does prove himself at Tottenham, then maybe the big clubs will be paying an eye on him. Maybe. So this is going to happen. He is going to become the new Tottenham manager and I'm looking forward to seeing how he's going to perform. I'm looking forward to seeing what is Ange Postecoglou all about in the Premier League. That is what I want to know. Right? So let's wait and see. And then maybe the future will have him go to the next level, which is, I don't know. Who knows? If he imagine, because he's called the Australian Pep. That's his nickname. He's the Australian Pep, the Aussie Pep, right? In Australia, they love him. Japan, they love him. Celtic love him. And where he goes, they seem to love him. And he plays really good football. If he does well at Tottenham, it could, you never know, it could coincide with Man City eventually letting go of Pep Guardiola and they might end up going for Ange Postecoglou. If he does prove himself, you never know. So let's wait and see what happens. But it's going to be interesting to see him in the Tottenham job. Now, talking about Tottenham, we're going to end it with this because I saw this and I laughed. I thought it was hilarious. Check this out. It is still expected Daniel Levy would want as much as 200 million for Harry Kane. That comes from The Independent. That Daniel Levy's taking the mick. At this point, I actually feel sorry for Harry Kane. This guy is being held hostage. He is an actual hostage. He's being held at ransom by this football club. Let the guy go, please. I know he won't come to Chelsea, right? There's no chance. But please let him go. Even I'm saying, let the guy go. Let the geezer leave, please. He's suffered enough. He's suffered enough. He gave you his trust, his confidence that with a verbal agreement you would allow him to go after one more year of playing for Tottenham. And Tottenham turned their backs on him and said, wait, we didn't have it on paper, thanks to Daniel Levy. And even then, you're asking for 200 million, not even 100. I thought 100 was acting a little bit too much to let someone like Harry Kane go. 200 million? Are you alright? Vinicius Junior is 200 million, yeah? Not Harry Kane. Come on. Let the guy go. Let him go. It's enough. It's enough. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on that. It's just ridiculous how they're holding on to him. And they're just, we will not let you go. You will suffer. You will suffer. Antonio Kante was the right appointment for Tottenham. You will suffer. You will suffer. We must suffer. Harry Kane is bloody suffering. Daniel Levy is shocking. Absolutely shocking. As a chairman, as an owner, as a whatever you want to put it, absolutely despicable. So, I don't know how Harry Kane feels about this. I have to say, Harry Kane's got a part to blame here. You don't trust on verbal agreements. You put things down on paper. Now, this is the consequence. This is the consequence. You know, so I'm not just going to throw all the shots at Tottenham here. Harry Kane, you acted stupid and now you're paying the price. You know, but he's done more than enough for that football club. You should at least respect his will to leave. So, let's wait and see what happens there. Do you think he will go? Do you think he does? If he does, where does he go to? Let me know. Or do you think Tottenham are just going to hold on to him until he turns into a skeleton? Let me know. Thank you all very much for watching. Let me know your thoughts down below. Hit the subscribe button if you are new. Hit the notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Longer video today. There's so much to cover. Things are popping up left, right and centre. News will probably come out after I upload this. So if it does, I will talk about it tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good one, people. In a bit. Take care. And peace.